text me to try to get me to come over there in the morning. So it wasn't really anything against her. I let my curiosity get the best of me and say, who is this? Let me see where she living at. Who I wanted to see her like more up close, I guess.
No, but were you feeling anger towards him? What were your emotions? Some fear, some jealousy, some insecurity? Like, what were you feeling towards him then if the emotions weren't towards her? Because remember, you pursued her. So there was something, instead of you could have gone into the house. That's what I'm trying to get you to think and to tap into your feelings. You could have gone into the house, knocked on the door. You could have called him and confronted him. But instead, you pursued her. So that's what I'm trying to get. All the feelings, what were you feeling towards him as well as what were you feeling towards her?
Well, actually, right before I decided to go over there, this is what you talked about last time with that text that I sent him, and then he responded back snapping, saying, lose my number, all that kind of stuff. And I already had the anger from that and the betrayal from that to him saying, I don't want nothing to do with you, lose my number, and me and him going back and forth, and me saying, well, I hope when you go to work you get hurt and all this kind of stuff, because he was a police officer. So I was saying to him, well, I hope, when you go to work that such and such happens to you. So all that had happened maybe 10 minutes prior, and I decided then to go over there. And so I guess, I couldn't, after she left the house, I couldn't go up to the house. I couldn't call him because he wasn't responding or to text or phone calls. So I couldn't do either one of those. So I guess probably following her was the only thing I could do because he wasn't responding to anything.
Okay, so after he told you, lose my number, I don't want to talk, he didn't try to talk to you or apologize, anything?
No.
He just basically ignored you, basically cut you off?
And
how long had you all been having sex when he cut you off?
Since about March.
Okay, so this is what, May, June? Did he cut you off?
July. So around June, yeah.
June. Okay. So during that time, what was the relationship like?
Well, it basically just consisted of us talking on the phone, me going to his house, just spending time together, of course, having sex.
Can you talk a little louder? Put your mouth to the phone. So
okay.
In the recording, you'll be able to hear yourself really good, and everybody else will be able to hear you really good.
Okay. It just consisted of me going to his house and just spending time with him. That's the gist of it.
What was it? I mean, did he take you places? Did you all? What was it? You know what I'm saying? What did the dates consist of? Was it just you going there, spending time at his house, or was he taking you out?
No, he wasn't taking me out because his work schedule was 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. So I would be over there sometimes in the morning or early afternoon, and I would stay there either until it was time for me to pick my daughter up from her school or until it was time for him to go to work.
Now, what made you feel comfortable when you were at his house all that time? What would he do? How would he treat you?
We would talk. I would talk to him about the issues that I was going through with my daughter's father, and just lots of just things in general, catching up what's been going on all these years since the last time we talked, and just general conversation. And, of course, sex.
So I'm saying, what about that made you feel comfortable and secure and that there was something special between you? What did it make you feel?
I think I felt secure with it because he called every day, and I guess I thought that meant something because he called every day, wanted to see me every day. I thought that meant, that he really liked me, wanted to see me, missed me, whatever. So
when he called you every day, you saw him almost every day too, or he called you almost every day and saw you?
Called and saw.
So when you saw when he would call you, what kind of conversations would you have?
I would just talk to him about what I had done that day because I was still in school. I was going to cosmetology school. So I was talking to him about school, what my plans were after school. Did I want to open up my own business? Did I want to work at somebody else's salon? And he actually, when he was younger, had a license as well. And so he was telling me, that what I should do. Just talking to me about his son, just a lot of different stuff.
Okay, and on every day you saw him, you said it was never taking you out. It was always you go in his house, or did he cook you dinner? Did he give you bath? Did he massage your feet? Did he give you body massages? I'm just saying, what about the relationship that made you feel it was special, even though you were seeing him and talking to him every day? How was he doing? What kind of things was he doing when y'all were there?
I guess now that I think about it, he didn't really do anything special. I remember, we gave each other a body massage one day, but that's basically it. It was nothing.
So it was just one day out of all the months you saw each other, he gave you a body massage.
Yep.
But other than that, he was basically giving you dick and pussy massages. Y'all fucking.
Right. Mhm.
Did he ever tell you, out of all this time, first of all, did you ever tell him how you felt about him, that this was really getting deep for you?
Yes.
And what would he say?
I remember a conversation we had. I asked him, okay, so, if I were to be out, either by myself or with my friends, and a guy wants my number, wants to take me out, should I tell him yes or should I tell him no? And I wanted to see what his answer would be, because if he said, well, you can give him your number, then I basically would know, okay, this ain't really serious. Or if he said, well, no, you ain't giving no other guy your number, then I would basically feel like he wanted me to himself. So I asked him that, and he never really answered it simply yes or no. He went off into the whole story about, well, you shouldn't even go out on a date with the guy unless you know he's in church, or if you know he's a God-fearing man, blah, blah, blah.
Why, is he in church? Is he a doctor or something?
No, well, he goes to church. I don't know, I don't know how often, but he made it seem as if he's this big Christian man, goes to church, all this stuff. And I said, well, isn't that what a date is? You will find out all these things when you go out on a date. And I remember telling him in the conversation, I like you, blah, blah, blah. And he was like, well, I already knew that. And he said that he knew that already just by how I acted towards him and the things that I would do, that he already knew that I liked him before I even verbalized it.
But I'm saying, did you tell him that you really were liking him and you wanted to have a serious relationship, and ask him where the relationship was going or how he felt?
No, I didn't say those words exactly. I just said, I like you.
I mean, so that really wasn't telling him. I'm saying you never told him. I mean, it was obvious he liked you on some level. But you never said, I want a serious relationship, or where is this going? You never asked him what did he want, how did he feel about this relationship.
No, I don't recall ever asking him that in those words, like, how do you feel about me, where is this going?
What are we? You didn't ask him that?
Right. No, I knew we were just friends, because he always would say that word, friends. We're friends. I remember him asking me, did I ever want to get married, because he said he wants to get married again, and what are things that you, why do you want to get married? He would just throw those questions out, like while I would be over there, we would be talking, he would just throw those questions out there about marriage, and why do you want to get married, when do you think you want to get married, and things like that. And he would say, oh, I want to get remarried again one day too, and things like that. So, but I never asked any real follow-up questions, like,
What are we? Where are we going? What kind of relationship is this, or what do you want from me? I'm trying to figure out. It's like I'm trying to get clear. Did you assume, because he was asking, did you want to get married again, and he was talking about you and him?
I assumed that, yes.
But he always told you we're just friends.